tiny shifts in perspective can open doors you never knew existed. What if, in this very moment, you decided to gently place your hand on your heart and whisper to yourself, "I am worthy of a life drenched in compassion, love, and healing." The truth is, profound transformation is rarely about massive leaps. It's about allowing each subtle step to gather momentum, propelling you into an entirely new state of being. Right now, you hold the key to that evolution. With each intentional breath, with each tender thought, you can begin reshaping your inner world. No matter how shattered you may feel, no matter how tangled your past pains have left you, recognize that you are not broken. You are on a journey of rediscovery, a pilgrimage into the warmth of your own heart. It's perfectly natural to feel hesitant when exploring parts of yourself that have felt unlovable. Yet in acknowledging those feelings, you extend a gentle invitation for them to heal. You welcome the possibility that the tender parts of you can transform into sources of resilience. As you take these first small strides toward self-love, imagine each step as a heartbeat echoing, "I deserve to be here." This is an opportunity to nurture your dreams, to cultivate a sanctuary within your mind where hope can flourish. Embrace the idea that you are deserving of peace, that you are powerful enough to confront the darkness and usher in a vibrant light. Often we wait for permission to love ourselves completely, not realizing we already have it. You have the right to be kind to yourself. You have the authority to say yes to a future filled with boundless possibility. In the days to come, you will uncover a deeper wisdom that has always been waiting within. Each segment of this journey will guide you to a realm of self-compassion, personal empowerment, and the infinite potential of your mind-body connection. You'll learn how to harness the gentle magic of mirror work, the liberating grace of forgiveness, and the magnetic power of gratitude. Along the way, you'll discover practical, loving tools to heal emotional wounds that have been silently calling out for attention. By the time you reach the end of this exploration, you may find yourself more open-hearted, more at peace with your reflections in the mirror, and more attuned to the miracles that arise when you believe in your own worth. Remember, every single day offers a fresh start. Every moment holds the promise of renewal. It is your birthright to step into the fullness of life, gathering every fractured piece of your heart into a unified whole. Let this be a safe space for you to soften, to trust, and to remember that you are worthy. Your journey starts right here, and with each gentle breath, you take one more step forward on the bridge from fear to love. The heart of your healing journey begins with a simple, vital truth. You matter. Though the world might sometimes send messages that make you doubt your intrinsic worth, the power to affirm your own value rests in your hands. When you nurture self-love at the core of your being, you create a sacred space within, where the seeds of emotional well-being and spiritual growth can truly flourish. Start by softly reminding yourself each morning that your presence on this earth is no accident. While you might be prone to comparing yourself to others, wishing for a different body, a different past, a different set of circumstances, genuine self-love invites you to see beyond external measures. It nudges you to accept the wondrous and complicated mosaic of who you are, without apology or hesitation. Even the parts that feel bruised or less than perfect deserve your tenderness. In fact, they crave it the most. There is a gentle technique you can practice right now. Place one hand over your heart and the other hand on your belly. Inhale deeply, feeling the warmth of your hands radiate comfort inward. Exhale slowly, imagining any self-doubt or harsh criticism dissolving into the air around you. Repeat an affirmation in your mind, like, "I honor myself exactly as I am," allowing those words to fill the silent spaces of your consciousness. Over time, this practice rewires your mindset, encouraging you to stand firmly in a place of acceptance rather than self-critique. Be patient with yourself. Self-love is an ongoing, evolving process, one that continues even when circumstances feel challenging. In moments of stress or disappointment, it's easy to slip into old narratives that whisper you're not doing enough, not succeeding quickly enough, or not as worthy as everyone else seems to be. Recognize those thoughts as echoes from an outdated storyline. They do not define you unless you let them. Each time you choose to speak kindly to yourself, you're feeding the flame of self-love. Each time you decide to rest when your body signals fatigue, you acknowledge your inherent value. And whenever you pause to celebrate even the smallest accomplishment, you affirm that your life deserves recognition and celebration. This is how you weave self-love into the fabric of your daily life, not with grand gestures or impossible standards, but through tiny, consistent acts of kindness directed inward. Keep these words close to your heart. I am worthy of compassion. I am worthy of joy. I am worthy, period. There's nothing more you need to do to justify your existence. As you carry on, trust in the expanding nature of this love. Let it radiate from your core, first filling you up, then naturally spilling over into the relationships you hold dear. This is a love that liberates rather than confines. By nurturing self-love at your core, you give yourself and the world the gift of a heart that knows how to flourish in the face of life's many twists and turns. Standing before your own reflection can be one of the most transformative acts of self-discovery. For many, looking directly into their eyes in a mirror feels awkward or even unsettling at first. Old judgments bubble to the surface, self-criticism, reminders of perceived flaws, or lingering doubts about appearance. Yet, the gentle art of mirror work offers a doorway into releasing these negative beliefs and welcoming a new sense of wholeness. Begin by finding a quiet space where you can look into a mirror without distractions. Meet your gaze with curiosity, as though you're greeting a dear friend you haven't fully acknowledged in a long time. Let go of any self-conscious giggles or uneasy feelings. They're just the remnants of old patterns that taught you to be wary of your own reflection. Instead, see this as a tender reunion with yourself, a chance to connect soul to soul. Whisper or think a statement of appreciation. Perhaps you say, "I see you and I value you." Notice any tension in your body or mind as these words settle in. If resistance arises, if your inner critic mocks or questions the sincerity of your affirmation, breathe deeply and let that resistance pass through you. Remember, healing and acceptance don't happen overnight. The power of mirror work lies in its consistent practice. Each time you return to the mirror, you're declaring your willingness to befriend yourself in a deeper way. As you grow more comfortable, extend these affirmations. You are enough. You are so loved. You matter. Speak to the reflection as if you're consoling a beloved child or a cherished companion. Over time, This practice helps dismantle the fortress of self-judgment and replaces it with a sanctuary of self-support. It trains your subconscious mind to favor kinder narratives, and each repetition becomes a stepping stone to genuine emotional freedom. Some days, mirror work might provoke tears, as tender parts of you finally receive the compassion they've longed for. On other days, you might feel a warm, radiant sensation wash over you, an indication that you're soaking in the love you deserve. Embrace each experience without labeling it as good or bad. Healing is a journey, and every emotion that surfaces is there to guide you toward greater harmony within. After a few weeks of daily mirror work, many people notice a subtle yet profound shift in how they perceive themselves. Negative thoughts begin to lose their grip. Self-criticism gets quieter. A gentle confidence starts to emerge, blossoming from the inside out. It's as though every time you gaze into your own eyes, you recognize a long-lost friend whose unwavering support has been with you all along. Take a moment now, if you can, to simply glance at your reflection. Murmur a soft phrase of kindness. Let it rest in your heart like a tender promise. I am learning to love you day by day. This gentle act lays the groundwork for a deeper self-connection, building a life that thrives on gentle self-respect instead of persistent self-judgment. Emotional wounds are often like hidden splinters beneath the skin, easy to overlook but consistently causing discomfort when touched. The journey of healing these wounds begins when you decide to confront them with compassion instead of hiding them away. Compassion, in its purest form, is love in action. It doesn't require you to justify anyone's harmful behavior, nor does it ask you to diminish your pain. Rather, compassion calls you to recognize that the pain is real and worthy of acknowledgement. For many, old hurts linger because they've been suppressed or belittled. It's not that big a deal, you may have told yourself, or I should be over this by now. These statements only prolong the ache, preventing you from fully processing and releasing the trauma. Instead, try acknowledging the depth of what you feel. Yes, I was deeply hurt. That was a painful experience for me. Give yourself the emotional permission to grieve what was lost or wounded. As you meet your hurt with compassionate understanding, a sense of calm can begin to settle in. Compassion allows you to see your experiences through a lens of empathy, recognizing that your response to pain is valid. You don't have to carry a sense of guilt or shame for how your heart reacted to heartbreak or disappointment. Compassion assures you that you're human, and it's perfectly normal to feel wounded after certain experiences. One gentle exercise to nurture this compassion is to imagine a soft, healing light radiating from your heart center. With each inhale, envision this light growing stronger, filling your body with warmth and reassurance. With each exhale, release any tightness or pent-up emotion that may be weighing you down. If you feel tears well up, let them flow. Tears are a natural way for the heart to cleanse itself of unresolved sorrow. Perhaps you worry that by tending to your wounds, you're dwelling on negativity. In truth, healing doesn't mean wallowing. It means facing what hurts with the intention to move forward. By compassionately acknowledging your pain, you free yourself from the cycle of reliving it subconsciously. This is often the missing piece in many healing journeys. Giving those wounded parts of yourself the care they should have received at the time of injury. Affirm something like, I open my heart to compassionate healing. I allow myself to feel and release. You might be surprised at how this small statement shifts your perspective. The tender places within you are not weaknesses. They're opportunities to grow stronger. Every time you choose to be kind to yourself, especially to your wounded parts, you reinforce the belief that you are worthy of a peaceful mind and a gentle spirit. In the quiet stillness that follows compassion, you may sense your natural resilience rising up. This resilience was never lost, only overshadowed by pain that hadn't yet been released. By meeting your emotional wounds with compassion, you gradually transform them into sources of wisdom and empathy, equipping you to stand steadfast in the face of future storms. Forgiveness isn't about letting hurtful actions off the hook or pretending harm never happened. Rather, it's a personal act of liberation, a decision to set yourself free from the weight of resentment. When anger and bitterness accumulate in your heart, they can feel like heavy chains, binding you to the very pain you wish to leave behind. Forgiveness severs those chains. It releases you from repeatedly reliving the wound, offering a clear path toward peace. Start by recognizing that forgiveness is a process, not a single moment of saying, "I forgive you." In certain cases, you might find the path to forgiveness includes multiple layers of acknowledging pain, grieving losses, and discovering new ways to see the situation. For instance, you might need to forgive someone for a series of small betrayals, or you might have to work through forgiveness for one large, life-altering hurt. Each scenario calls for patience and self-compassion. One invaluable step is to understand how holding on to anger can affect your overall well-being. Anger consumes energy. It can tighten your muscles, disrupt your sleep, and overshadow your ability to find joy in the present moment. By consciously choosing to forgive, you're giving yourself permission to redirect that energy toward healing and growth. Rather than burying anger deep inside, you allow it to rise and evaporate, making room for calmer, more loving emotions. Yet genuine forgiveness does not mean inviting someone back into your life if they remain harmful. It doesn't require you to deny what happened or even to reconcile with the individual who caused the hurt. Instead, it's a way of saying, "I refuse to let your actions define my emotional state any longer. I reclaim my peace." This form of forgiveness is about dissolving internal shackles so you can move forward without the constant burden of bitterness. An effective exercise is to write a letter expressing all the emotions and thoughts that linger within you. Be raw and unfiltered. Allow everything to surface: anger, sorrow, disappointment. Then, in a moment of readiness, you can choose to tear up or burn the letter. As you do so, repeat a calming statement like, "I release all resentment. I set myself free." The physical act of destroying the letter can symbolically mark the release of old energy. Even if the pain doesn't vanish immediately, you'll likely feel a subtle shift, a lightening of your emotional load. Let an affirmation guide you. Through forgiveness, I free myself from the past. Peace is my birthright. Use it whenever you catch yourself ruminating over old hurts. Over time, you'll notice those painful memories losing their sharp edge. The softening in your heart is not weakness. It's courage in its purest form. By practicing forgiveness, you gift yourself the spaciousness to feel love more deeply and to focus on new possibilities. Indeed, forgiveness sets you free to explore life with an open heart, unburdened by the shadows of yesterday. Gratitude holds a special kind of magic, capable of illuminating even the darkest corners of our minds. By focusing on what is good, life-affirming, or supportive in any situation, you shift your perspective from lack to abundance. This doesn't mean denying pain or ignoring challenges. Rather, it means choosing to acknowledge beauty and blessings, big or small, as a way to nurture optimism and hope. Often we become so wrapped up in what isn't going right that we forget to appreciate the countless moments of grace that fill our days. A soft ray of morning sunlight, the sound of your favorite song, the comforting presence of a cherished friend. These fragments of goodness frequently go unnoticed when stress or worry commands our attention. Consciously directing your mind toward gratitude gently reorients your focus, allowing you to notice how life offers gifts at every turn. A simple yet powerful practice is to keep a gratitude journal. Each evening, spend a few moments listing at least 3 things for which you're thankful. It could be as subtle as enjoying a perfect cup of tea, or as profound as reuniting with a loved one. The act of writing it down imbues the moment with greater significance, allowing it to linger in your consciousness. Over time, these entries form a tapestry of positive memories you can revisit in times of doubt. If you're new to cultivating gratitude, start slowly. Perhaps you begin by silently appreciating your body for carrying you through the day, even if it feels weary or painful at times. Or you pause to give thanks for having shelter, food, and a place to rest your head at night. Amenities that many in the world lack. As you build this habit, watch how your mindset begins to brighten. It may become more natural to look for good news, celebrate small victories, and treat yourself with the same kindness you readily offer others. Moreover, gratitude can be extended beyond personal pleasures to include the lessons life brings. Even difficult experiences can be approached with a grateful heart if you view them as stepping stones toward self-discovery and resilience. For example, you might say, "I am grateful for the challenges that have taught me strength," or "I honor the struggles that shaped me into the person I am becoming." By weaving gratitude through every chapter of your story, you transform your life into an unfolding journey of appreciation and possibility. Carry this affirmation as a gentle reminder. I welcome each day with an open heart, grateful for all that I am and all that I have. Notice how it feels in your body to utter those words. You might sense a softening of your shoulders or a loosening in your chest. That soothing warmth is the essence of gratitude weaving into your being. Let it guide you, fueling your daily life with an undercurrent of grace that lifts your spirits and nurtures your soul. Your body is a wise messenger, always reflecting the stories you carry within. Too often we treat the mind and body as though they exist in separate universes, ignoring how unresolved stress can tighten our muscles, or how painful memories might linger in our very cells. Yet the mind-body connection reminds us that every thought, every emotion, has the power to influence our physical state, and vice versa. When you cultivate harmony between mind and body, you unlock a powerful conduit for holistic well-being. Begin by paying closer attention to the subtle cues your body provides. If you sense tension in your shoulders, ask yourself, which worries am I carrying right now? If your stomach feels queasy before an important conversation, inquire, am I anxious, fearful, or anticipating conflict? These questions enable you to dig beneath the surface, illuminating any beliefs or feelings that may be causing physical reactions. Awareness is always the first step toward gentle transformation. Consider integrating simple breath work into your day. With each inhale, imagine drawing in soothing energy that nurtures every cell in your body. With each exhale, visualize releasing any emotional heaviness or mental strain that no longer serves you. This mindful breathing creates a bridge between mind and body, reminding them to work together rather than operate in discord. In these moments of aligned awareness, you can address both emotional and physical tension in a more holistic way. A key aspect of this connection lies in understanding that some ailments might be intensified or even triggered by unresolved inner turmoil. This is not about blaming yourself for every ache or pain. Instead, it's an invitation to explore whether certain patterns of stress, worry, or self-criticism are contributing to your discomfort. By addressing the emotional component, you can often experience surprising shifts in your physical well-being. For instance, chronic headaches might ease as you learn to set healthier boundaries, or persistent fatigue may lift once you begin to honor your need for rest. Affirmations can also serve as a gentle balm for the mind and body. Try something like, "I am attuned to my body's wisdom, and I embrace harmony between my thoughts and feelings." Repeat it whenever you notice tension creeping in. This reassurance, spoken softly to yourself, can help recalibrate your inner environment. Over time, you might find yourself naturally pausing during stressful moments to ground and center, preventing stress from manifesting as physical distress. Through mindful attention, you nurture a conversation between your inner world and your physical being, allowing them to collaborate on your healing. In this conversation, compassion is the greatest translator. Be patient if you don't immediately see dramatic changes. Every cell in your body responds to your sense of self-care, but it does so at its own pace. Practice consistency and kindness, and watch as the synergy between mind and body grows stronger, supporting you in living a life that thrives on wellness and self-awareness. Abundance is more than a healthy bank balance. It's a mindset, a perception of life that recognizes boundless opportunities, joy, and the potential for growth in every corner. When you approach the world from a place of scarcity, you may feel as though you're always on the verge of running out of time, running out of resources, running out of love. This belief can create an atmosphere of tension and limitation. Conversely, when you embrace abundance, you welcome the possibility that the universe holds enough blessings to go around. One gentle way to begin shifting into an abundance mindset is by noticing the prosperity already present in your life. Do you have a safe place to sleep? Access to nourishing foods? People who care about you? These small blessings may be easily overlooked, yet they are cornerstones of abundance. By deliberately pausing to appreciate them, you remind yourself that you're more supported than you might have initially thought. Next, consider the power of your words and thoughts. If you frequently say, "I'll never have enough," or "I'm always struggling," you reinforce the belief that scarcity is your reality. Transition to a kinder and more open statement like, "I am learning to welcome more abundance with each new day." While it might feel unnatural at first, consistency transforms these affirmations into beliefs that guide your actions. Over time, you start making decisions that align with possibilities rather than limitations. Visualization can further deepen this process. Each morning, close your eyes and imagine your life brimming with the resources you need, be it financial stability, creative inspiration, or supportive relationships. Picture yourself thriving, giving generously from a place of overflow, and receiving the gifts life offers with gratitude. Let the emotional experience of abundance wash over you. Feel the warmth in your chest, the sense of relief and expansion. You're training your mind to recognize and attract situations that mirror this positive internal state. Remember, abundance flourishes in an atmosphere of gratitude and trust. It does not arise from force or frantic desperation. Sometimes, simply allowing yourself to believe that better experiences are possible creates a shift in how opportunities show up. The difference lies in your openness to receive them. A door that might have remained invisible under a scarcity mindset suddenly becomes clear when you adopt an abundant viewpoint. If skepticism creeps in, if you catch yourself doubting whether abundance can be real, gently remind yourself that change is a process. Keep your affirmations close at hand. I am open to the wealth of possibilities that surround me. Prosperity flows to me with ease. When repeated with sincerity, these words become a nurturing current, carrying you toward a life where giving and receiving feel natural, and where you truly believe in the universe's capacity to replenish all that you need. Limiting beliefs often sprout from past experiences, inherited attitudes, or even fleeting comments that took root in your subconscious mind. They operate quietly in the background, shaping your self-image and influencing your decisions. If you've ever found yourself thinking, "I'm not capable of real success," or "I could never be fully loved," chances are you've encountered these silent saboteurs. But rest assured, you are not bound to these outdated stories. A powerful step toward releasing limiting beliefs is to bring them out into the open. Write down the negative thought or belief that seems to hold you back. Next, investigate it with curiosity. Where did this come from? Is it universally true, or simply a perspective I once adopted? By scrutinizing each limiting belief, you chip away at its foundation. Often you'll discover these beliefs lack real substance. They're just echoes of old fears. As you identify these self-defeating narratives, create a new, empowering statement to counter them. For instance, if your limiting belief is, "I'll never succeed," craft the affirmation, "I am capable, evolving, and worthy of all forms of success." Each time the old thought resurfaces, meet it with your newly forged perspective. Over time, your subconscious mind begins to shift its allegiance, favoring the uplifting statement that acknowledges your true potential. Beyond affirmations, consider practices that raise your vibration, activities that boost your emotional and energetic frequency. This might include meditation, gentle movement like yoga, or journaling about your dreams and aspirations. Some people find solace in spending time in nature or immersing themselves in creative pursuits. These practices invite a sense of flow, joy, and ease, counterbalancing the heavier energies that thrive on self-criticism or cynicism. A raised vibration also resonates with the principle that like attracts like. When you embody confidence, optimism, and receptivity, you naturally attract circumstances and relationships that mirror those qualities. You stop clinging to the idea that life must be a struggle, or that only certain people deserve happiness and success. Instead, you embody the truth that you too can step into a life of fulfillment. If skepticism arises, remember that no single exercise is an instant cure-all. Real growth unfolds incrementally, with each small effort to challenge limiting beliefs and nurture a higher emotional frequency. Patience and consistency are your allies. Much like clearing away old clutter from a home, releasing limiting beliefs and raising your vibration is a gradual process that brings increasing clarity and spaciousness as you continue. A simple affirmation can act as a steady guide. I joyfully release old patterns. My heart and mind welcome new possibilities. Whenever doubt comes knocking, return to those words. Feel how they ground you in the present moment, reminding you that every breath offers a fresh start. By mindfully pruning away beliefs that confine you, you pave the way for a more expansive reality, one where you're free to flourish, create, and celebrate the person you are becoming. Your journey through these steps, honoring self-love, practicing mirror work, healing emotional wounds, embracing forgiveness, cultivating gratitude, balancing the mind-body connection, welcoming abundance, and releasing limiting beliefs, constitutes a tender, empowering odyssey back home to yourself. Along the way, you've offered your soul nourishment that it may not have received before. Even the most subtle shifts, when built upon day by day, can lead to monumental transformations in how you see yourself and the world. Reflect for a moment on the gentle progress you've already made. Perhaps you now take an extra breath when criticism arises, pausing before turning it inward. Maybe you've discovered the smallest spark of hope in situations that once felt heavy with despair. Or you might find your mornings sprinkled with notes of gratitude and whispers of self-affirmation, guiding your energy toward possibility rather than limitation. These tiny victories are not so tiny after all. They're essential building blocks for a future where peace and joy feel more natural. Remember that you are your own best advocate and healer. While guidance and support from the outside can be helpful, your inner wisdom ultimately leads the way. Each practice you adopt is like planting a seed in the fertile soil of your heart. With consistency, patience, and love, these seeds will sprout, bloom, and bear fruit that enriches every aspect of your life. You're in the beautiful process of becoming, shedding layers of old pain and self-doubt, and revealing a luminous sense of self. Be prepared for ebbs and flows. Healing is not linear. Some days you may feel lighter than air, brimming with excitement for what's ahead. Other days might find you slipping back into familiar patterns of worry or fear. In those moments, treat yourself with kindness. A single backslide does not negate your growth. It's merely a reminder to realign with the practices that serve you best. Persevere and trust that every challenge encountered has the potential to strengthen your heart's resolve. As you move forward, carry a unifying affirmation to anchor you. I am worthy of love. I am open to healing. I welcome transformation with a peaceful heart. Let these words resonate in you each morning, or repeat them silently in moments of doubt. They embody the essence of your path, trusting that love, healing, and transformation are not distant fantasies, but natural states you can enter through consistent devotion to your inner work. Now is your time to shine. With each new day, you can nurture your mind, body, and spirit in ways that align with your highest good. You have the power to release old hurts, to forgive, to stand in your truth, and to fill your life with gratitude. You are the author of your own story, and every page you turn leads to a chapter of deeper peace and self-acceptance. May you keep stepping forward, fearless in your compassion, brilliant in your love, and unwavering in the knowledge that you are worthy of life's sweetest blessings.